This is my overview of the new Audi A5 S line 2009. First off, the car, the interior. It's night and raining right now. We have the speedometer and the odometer, and if we come down here to the start button, there's the driver information display in between the two, which actually you can use for telephone functionality, as well as radio and navigation. As well as in the middle of the car, you have the navigation screen, which can be used for general maps, radio, system menu for your car, and just about anything else you could think of. As you notice, the screen and all of the buttons are illuminated by kind of a reddish orange overglow. Looks really nice. Very well done. High quality. As well as on the steering wheel, they've kind of went with a minimalist look, only adding the two scrolling knobs, one on each side, and then a mode button, as well as the voice command, which I found to be pretty intuitive. Sometimes it gets a little wayward on its command list, but most of all, it does pretty good. Alright, one thing that I really think that Audi's done an exceptional job on is the climate control. They actually have it set up for dual climate control in the front, as well as rear climate control in the back for your passengers. What's really cool about it though, it does kind of like what Lexus does, where you can see everything that you're doing on screen, as well as down there, if we peek around the control. Alright, now around the knob, which I found to be quite quick at changing, you can actually turn on your heated seat and adjust it with the same knob. Change the different vents that you actually have things coming out of, the air, or you can change it back to automatic. I found automatic to be my preferred settings most of the time. Alright, onto the stereo. Now the car does come with a 6-disc in-dash changer in this version, which I've not really used. I've used one disc in it, but it does come with the auxiliary MMI AMI jack in the glove box. Right now I have the iPod cable. I have on order the USB cable that you can attach either a flash drive or a hard drive into the car. Anyways, let's go to the radio. Now this one I've actually put in the Bang & Olufsen surround sound. It's 505 watt. It's 14 speaker, and let's see, let's put it back to functional radio. Alright, and let's see if there's anything on. Now one thing I have found to be particularly odd in this car is the sunroof. They've actually gone through and they put a sunroof, but the sunroof doesn't open like a standard sunroof. It can actually only tip up. Now because it can only open in the sunroof takes up most of the roof of the car, they've actually gone through and they didn't have room to put an actual sunshade in it, so they have a kind of a mesh material and the mesh material actually lets light through even during the night. When you drive through street lamps and stoplights, you can see them shining through. It does let in a good amount of light, although I found myself wondering how they were able to make it so that you're not sunburnt by the end of the day, because during the daytime the sun does come through quite easily, but it never feels overbearing or too warm that you don't feel that Audi's done a good job with it. Now this car also has a side radar systems, and I'll give you a preview. If you turn it on, which it was on, now if you look on the mirror outside, you'll see the LEDs come on for a second. Now on both of the mirrors outside, let's try that again. Now if a car is actually coming on either side of the car, those LEDs start to come on, and if you turn on your signal while a car is in that, they'll flash. Oh, it won't do it unless you actually have a car behind you. That's one of my favorite features that they put on the car. I found myself with the two-door fastback. You do have some rather large blind spots, especially behind the driver, as I'll illustrate here. Rather large indeed. So that is a pretty handy option. Now if I turn the car into reverse, this car has a technology package which comes with the rear camera. Now the cool part about that is Audi does give you the guide system, which if I start to turn the wheel, it'll start to show you in which direction the car is going to go, as well as I found the blue indicators in the middle to be the distance monitor. It does have the rear sensors on the trunk that tell you how close you are to an object, and the red line that it puts at the bottom is where it tells you once that meets up with the object behind the car, that's where you're to stop. Alright, I believe that's pretty much a good enough review for the Audi A5 S Line 2009. This again is the handbrake. It's actually just a button. I believe I have to pull it up. Yes, I do. And again, that was the Audi A5 S Line 2009. Thanks again. Bye.